Picture this scene. There's a guy. He's being dragged away in some fashion. Now, whether his feet are getting dragged on the ground or whether he is standing up and taking steps backwards. Either way, he's being dragged away. As he's being dragged away, he shouts out, "We had a deal. We had a deal." Does that sound familiar? Is that Joe Pesci in one of the Lethal Weapons being dragged off by the police while he's yelling out to Mel Gibson and Danny Glover? Is it that? Is it a different movie? Is it one of the Pirates movies where someone is getting dragged away screaming, "We had a deal"? I've just had this vision in my head. I've seen that scene somewhere before. So when Sabine says it, I'm thinking, hello, David Filoni's just copied this scene from somewhere else. But we had a deal. He said the thing, didn't he? But that's not the thing in the thumbnail I'm talking about. That was Lando saying to Vader, "We had a deal." Member berries, using the same lines of dialogue, "We had a deal." No, the thing that was said, and the he who said it, was Ahsoka's robot at the start of the show. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, he said the thing, he said the thing. Oh, fuck's sake. And you know what? The interesting thing, from my perspective, is we're 6 episodes into this thing. It's called Ahsoka. However, it would have been more fitting to call it Sabine, because Ahsoka's journey has been zip. We seem to focus more on Sabine and what she wants and her journey, her arc, instead of Ahsoka. And of course, the less Ahsoka that's in it, the less Sabine that's in it, the more I enjoy the damn thing. And frankly, I don't think this is intended, but I want the bad guys to win. Are we the bad guys here? I want Thrawn to win. I want Baylan to win. I really do. I'd like Sabine to go up against Baylan and he just chops her in half and that's the end of it. We're done. That's how I'm feeling about it. I'm rooting for the bad guys in this one. This series is kind of like a little bit shit like that, to be honest. Thrawn's got these night witches. I'm looking at the planet and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is where the whales go to die. The whole ring around the planet is made from whale bones. Wow, that's a lot of whales over a long period of time. So they get to this planet. The only thing on this planet is some trolls from the movie Frozen. I mean, some rock turtle things. Fuck, whatever. So anyway, clearly that I'm a rock, no, I'm a living creature, that's been done. So we're just copying from Frozen here at this point. But having said that, so these night winches can sense Jedi apparently, except they can't sense goddamn fucking Ezra on a big open planet. They just can't sense him. They can sense Ahsoka coming. They can sense Sabine, but they can't sense Ezra for some reason. How long have they been there? How many years have they been there? And I'm looking at this planet and I'm thinking, are you telling me the only things living on this planet is a small tribe of rock people that have to move, or trolls, turtle, or whatever the fuck they are, a small tribe of them that have to move all the time, some sand people Mark II, and 3 of these night witch women, grandmothers or whatever the hell they're called. Is that it? Where's all the rest of the people? Are there more night witches? Are they all dead? I don't know. Apparently they're all dead in coffins. Maybe is that what's getting shipped out of the catacombs onto Thrawn's ship? And then I'm thinking, you know, when they landed their ship on the top of the little spiry thing, and they're walking, I'm like, these night sisters are just standing there with their little orbs above their hands. It's like, you know, a ship just landed there, right? The ship's just landed there. Why are you not even paying attention to this ship? Why do you have to wait for the ship to land, the people to disembark, and then they walk 100 meters to where you are with your floating orbs before you catch it, put your hand on it so it won't fly away or some shit, and turn around and say hello? I'm not getting what takes so long. And of course, then we had Thrawn. Now, I've not seen the comics, so I don't have a preconceived idea of what Thrawn should or shouldn't be. Should he be healthy looking? Should he be fit looking? Should he be a guy that's got a manly V shape, broad shoulders, nice pecs and things like that? Is that the sort of guy who we should have had physicality wise, instead of a guy with a dad bod, or a granddad bod in this case? Looks like he's been having too much of the green mist, it seems. And then I think we've got a little hint about something when he says to these night grandmother witches about using their magic again. Again? When was the first time he used it? And I'm looking at all these stormtroopers, and then I'm looking at the guy that turns around and he's got the face and the mask, and I'm immediately just thinking of Chronicles of Riddick, with the Necromonger boss turns around in that scene and his mask is a face. And that's what I'm thinking. And then I've got vibes. It's just popped into my head, the movie Black Hole. So in that particular movie, it's an ancient movie. It's probably around 40 years old or something now, maybe even older. So there's a ship that's on the edge of a black hole. It's suspended, it's perfectly balanced or whatever. And they go to visit this ship. And then it turns out the ship is staffed, and he says it's staffed by robots or androids or things like that. But they're just in cloaks and they've got this shiny metal thing in front of them. And when someone finally rips off the shiny metal thing in front of the guy's face, it's a bloke who's had his tongue cut out so he can't talk, and it's like he's been mentally shocked, or his brain's been messed with or something, so he's just like a mong or something. There's nothing sort of behind. He can do the menial tasks that are associated him, but that's kind of like he can't do much else. And I've got those vibes. That is, that if we could unmask these people, would we find them to all be dead or mentally altered or something in some way, so that they are blindly obedient to Thrawn? I don't know, but it's a speculation. And then we have Balin saying, oh, something's calling to me. Can you feel the extra power? Maybe the Night Witches want to leave this place. That's because of this extra power. And I'm thinking, great. This is how we're going to introduce Snoke. Snoke's going to get introduced this way. He's the power on this planet that they're all trying to flee from. And that's how we'll bring Snoke back into the other universe. That'll do it. And you know what? If that's what happens, I'm just going to laugh my ass off. I'm just really going to laugh my ass off. Because until the Disney trilogy is retconned, we will always end up with Grumpy Luke, Jake Skywalker. That's where we're always going to go. Remembering the Disney trilogy retconned the Lucas trilogy, or the Lucas 6 movies. And then we come to Sabine. My fucking God. Like, seriously, if she voluntarily went with this thing, right? She's all melancholy and she thinks Ahsoka's dead and all this sort of carry on. And then she's in this holding cell, like her demands mean something. We had a deal. Let me out of here. Suki Lala. You're in a holding cell. You have zero power here, princess. You're not a princess, but you're carrying on like some Miss Primmy, self-important, narcissistic bitch or something that someone's done something wrong by, and you're going to get them over them. And this whole episode is just her being snarky and stupid. And I'm thinking, someone just put a lightsaber through this bitch. Can you please just end her? it's not enjoyable, it's not funny, and from what we've seen so far in her characterization, it's not even fitting. And then no one can find Ezra, but god damn it, don't you know? Sabine can find him in 5 minutes flat, riding a dog. And those Sand People Mark II can't take her out for some reason because now she's a really super skilled fighter and they're just all dickheads. Oh. And of course she's got the plot armor, Mando armor on, doesn't she? They can't shoot her in the leg, they can't shoot her in the head, they have to shoot her on every part that she's got armor on. Geez, that was lucky. And just, oh, don't get me started on that fight. And she's so desperate to see Ezra. She's willing to subject the entire galaxy to Thrawn's return. That's how emotionally drawn she is to see Ezra. And when she finally sees him, she gives him a couple of smart-ass remarks. A brief hug, and it's like, a deep breath. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is the sort of thing I expect from people when they, friends, you know, what are you doing Friday night? I don't know, we'll go out to the club. Yes, you know, so all week we arrange to meet our friends and go clubbing on a Friday night. And when we meet up with them, we give them a couple of little snarky remarks and a brief hug. Because we do this every Friday night. This is not the emotional reaction of someone that has risked the entire galaxy to try and save this person. That is how emotionally, I know they're not supposedly in love, but let's face it, someone's holding a candle for fucking someone. I can give you the hot tips. And then when he's asking her about how he got here, and she's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And he's like, yeah, okay, let's go have something to eat. Like, fucking no, let him know. Oh yeah, by the way, I bought a hyperspace ship here that is strong enough to take Thrawn back to the fucking galaxy that's just going to undo your sacrifice. Are you proud of me? Oh, fuck me.